Hello, welcome to the Insight Labs Looker Studio tutorials. I'm Errol, and I help marketers make better decisions using data. In this video, we will explore pivot tables in Looker Studio. Let's dive in. So to add pivot tables to Looker Studio, you can come over here, add a chart, and then you can select your pivot tables. There are three options: regular pivot table, with bars, and with heat map. Do not worry about them. You can select any one of them, and then you can change your selection after that. Let's put it here. Let's make it big. So let's like last few months. Good. So by using the data source available, it starts to generate a pivot table for us. It's not rather useful. We will change it. So let's change it to channels. I'm using a Google Analytics account here, so I want to do a channel, sessions, revenue by month, so that we can put the year month to the column. Okay. Now we are seeing here is that the channels and the months of the year with no particular order, we can change it. And how many sessions that those channels got in each of these months. So let's sort by year month, and let's do it ascending so that it will be much more familiar. Good. Once we have it here, we can do a couple things. First, we want to format it, right? So we can give it a color. So let's turn this metric to heat map. You can select any color you want. Let's do yellowish. By the way, I can just increase the size of this labels to, let's say, 18 maybe. All right. So this is good. Using this color, we ended up with having one color scale. But if you want to use like Excel-like colors, we can do so by first eliminating this, and then coming here and using this conditional formatting. Once you click on it, you will see that you can use single colors or a color scale. So that's the color scale. Since we have the views on the table as a metric, we can only select it to give those colors to those fields. So let's select views, and then you can select other color palettes as well. So red to green, or purple to yellowish, or any other colors you want. By default, it checks the percentages and it assigns these color shades accordingly. So let's save it. Boom, we ended up having these green, red color scale. Beautiful. So pivot tables are useful with the expand and collapse functionality. So not only that we want to see those default channels, but what will be the source and mediums of those channels as well, right? So let's add the session, source and medium. Good. So now we ended up with having a huge table that has all the channels and all the selected months. Let me reduce the selected month count to only a few months so that we will have a prettier screen. Good. From July to December 2024, we had this many sessions by channels and their sources and mediums. So you can scroll down. It's kind of useless. So let's turn this thing into expandable and collapsible way. Now we ended up having these channels, and if we click on this button, it expands it. It still generates us way too many rows. So to eliminate this, let's say put a drop down in top of it, and let's use session default channel group. Let's say that we want to examine the unassigned channel only. We can select the unassigned channel first, and then dive into its sources and mediums. Since unassigned channel won't use source mediums, it wasn't the wisest choice. Let's use email. All right, so let's expand it. See, these are the emails that we sent. Those are the traffic that they generated. We can add another level. Session campaign, let's say, in this case. So we can dive into the source medium and then dive into the campaign level. See, we have all the campaigns: newsletter August, newsletter November. In November, we had 4 distinct campaigns. They had this many views. While adding these, layers, we lost our rule. So let's remove it. Let's try to edit once more. Let's not change these percentages at all. Yes, we got the colors back. Of course, pivot tables can be used for multiple metrics. Currently, we are only seeing the views, but we can add, let's say, revenues as well, total revenue. Now, we do see not only the views, but also revenues. We can change it, and we can add some more metrics here too. For example, conversion rates, right? Purchase conversion rate selected. So let's remove this selection first, so that we will see all the channels by their total revenues and their purchase rates. So let's do this thing into percentages. It's better. Now let's remove the rule once more. And let's add another one. Now we have 3 metrics available on our table. Thus, we can select them individually. So let's start with the conversion rate and save it. Okay. It waits for me to dive into the details. See, we got these conversion rates. I can add another rule for revenue. And another one for views. This time, let's change this view scale to a different color set. Let's use this one. Good. And let's select social only, for example. Let's see if we have some sources mediums there. Good. Let me do some formatting to this pivot table so that it will look better than it used to be. So I started by changing the metric names from purchase conversion rate to conversion rate, revenue, etc. So let's also change the year decimal points. Let's use compact numbers for monetary metrics, and let's turn them into 1 decimal only. Let's do a similar thing for conversion rate. Good. So now we can also do the rule for conversion rates. So let's select color scale. Now turn it into conversion rate. Now we selected the conversion rate here as well. And let's edit. Perfect. So it's better now. We do see the revenue and the conversion rates for channels and their source mediums, and we can easily find out which source mediums have helped us to generate the highest revenue and higher conversion rate. So that was a good campaign This had a good conversion rate, low revenue. Maybe we should have sent it to more individuals. This was the same as well. So thank you. That's it for this video. If you like it, please like it. If you want to learn more about Looker Studio, Google Analytics, Tag Manager, etc., consider subscribing to my channel. And see you in the next video.